If you keep ending up in the same situations, the same relationships, the same emotional loops, the same circumstances, it's not because there's anything wrong with you. It's because something in you is still organized around what's familiar as opposed to what you really, really want. And that is what we are going to be talking about today. Welcome to Infinite You, beautiful souls. I'm Dr. Sherry, spiritual psychologist, multidimensional mindset mentor, soul-led success coach, and intuitive empowerment guide. And here on Infinite You, we talk about what it actually takes to create a life that feels aligned, purposeful, meaningful, fulfilling, and true to who you are, and definitely abundant. Not through force, not through hustle, not through fixing yourself, but through alignment, through attraction to manifesting more of what it is that you want. And so if this message resonates with you, go ahead, hit subscribe, hit like, and let's dive right in. So many people come to me frustrated because they cannot get past the patterns that they are seeing. So they will say things like, I know why I do this. I understand where this is coming from. I've done the work. I've done the therapy. I've done the self-help. I've taken the courses. And yet somehow they're still in the same kind of relationships. They're still having the same money struggles, and they are still hitting the same emotional ceilings. And that can be incredibly discouraging, especially because for those of us that are in that energetic manifestation, wanting more, really wanting to co-create our reality consciously, and things kind of get stuck, it's very easy for people to think, what am I missing? Why isn't this changing? Why do I keep ending up here? And here is the part that almost no one tells you. Awareness alone does not change identity. And we're going to be talking about why identity really is the key to getting in that space of attracting more of what you want, of becoming the person you need to become to receive whatever your goals and your dreams are. So awareness is important for sure. It is definitely the first baby step. We all know this, right? For those of you that are watching this channel, you are probably very, very self-aware. So awareness is important. Awareness is the doorway, but your life is not organized around what you understand for sure intellectually. It is organized around what feels familiar and safe. And your nervous system, remember, doesn't ask you, is this healthy? It asks, do I know what the heck is going on? Is this safe? A pattern, remember, is not a flaw. A pattern is a strategy that your system learned in order to survive, belong, stay connected, feel a sense of homeostasis, purely from a biologic standpoint. And at some point in your life, those patterns were intelligent for you, right? They helped you adapt. They helped you get through something, right? We all have things that we've got to walk through, right? We know that. The problem isn't that you still have them. The problem is that your identity, your sets of beliefs are still organized around them. Your system is not trying to keep you stuck. It's trying to keep you oriented. It's trying to keep you in a safe place. This is pure biology 101, right? So your system will definitely recreate familiar emotional dynamics, familiar patterns. It will pull you toward familiar types of people. It will make unfamiliar levels of ease, love, and success feel strange. I really want you to hear that, right? Because many of us as human beings, we're not afraid of failure per se. We may be afraid of success because once success comes, who are we? How did we define ourselves? What will other people think, right? There are layers and layers of patterns that our bodies have implicitly adapted to, and it's really, really nuanced, right? And so, our bodies can even put us in a position where we just we feel unsafe with any time that we want to level up or step out or try something really bold and powerful and new. And this is why people will leave one relationship, for example, and end up in the same relationship with a different face. Or they'll leave one job and recreate the same stress in a new environment because it's really, really safe. It's really, really familiar. And we haven't updated or recoded our own reality, our own identity, our own set of beliefs that take us to a different way of perceiving ourselves and moving through the world. And I do want to say this, of course, we all know this to be true. There really is, we don't need to be fixing anything because you're not failing at anything. It just means that your system is loyal to who it believes that you are. And until that self-concept changes, those sets of beliefs that make your identity who you are, your life will keep rearranging itself to match whatever the heck is going on inside of you, whatever you believe to be true, whatever vibration that you're putting out there. Real change, remember, doesn't start with trying to behave differently. It starts with becoming someone different, because when your identity shifts, your patterns lose their job. So you don't have to fight them. You don't have to analyze them to death. You don't have to go into psychotherapy, for example. They just simply stop making sense at some point, right? So who do you want to be? Remember, you don't break patterns, you outgrow them. And you outgrow them by no longer organizing your life, your beliefs, your identity, your superconscious mind, your subconscious thoughts and beliefs around the version of you that needed to be that old part of who you are. You get to decide, you get to update all the time, because when your identity updates, your tolerance changes, your choices change, what you're attracted to changes, your boundaries change, the way you perceive yourself and life and reality changes, the decisions you make change. You can get very, very clear on what you want and don't want. You get very, very clear on who you are and who you are not. And you get to decide, really, I mean, I say this in other videos, you get to decide as a sovereign soul who the heck it is you are. It's not about trying to be better. It is about no longer being who you used to be. You get to decide. So here is a question for you today that I just want you to sit with. What version of me is my current pattern, my current identity, my current beliefs? What are they loyal to? You don't have to judge. You don't have to fix. Just notice, who the heck are you? Who were you before the world kind of, did its thing to you, right? So who are you at the soul level? And remember that if this way of understanding yourself and your patterns resonates with you, this is exactly what we go into in my amazing Infinite You community in the school platform. And I've got my Recode Your Reality framework. And there you get a 7-day free trial. I will put a link in the description box below for that. Also, if you'd like to join my free newsletter, and if you'd like to book a breakthrough session with me to do a little bit of one-on-one, it's a really cool session actually, because we kind of go through the process of talking about your blocks, where you're stuck, what you think needs shifting, what's happening at 5D, 4D, 3D, and then we kind of put that into implementation, and then we come back with a very clear path for you to shift, attract, get clear, see results, all of that really, really good stuff. So remember, you are not here to fix who you were. You are here to become who you are now. And when you do, your life will follow. I will see you all next time, beautiful souls. Namaste.